So next is Lindsey Minot.
So hi everybody, my name's Dr. Lindsey Rice. So I do realise, as Harriet's just pointed out, that my married surname is showing on the screen, which is my fault. I put the wrong surname in, but I go by Lindsey Rice in my kind of academic life. I'm a lecturer in criminology at the University of Sheffield, where I've worked for about 7 years now, and I'm also the prize coordinator for the Vulnerability Research Network. So if you've got a solo joint authored article, or you're planning to have one published in the next few months that deals with some aspect of vulnerability, I would encourage you to apply, and more details will be circulated in due course. So this is just a shameless plug for you to get involved really with that. So my research and teaching interests centre around police work and how modernising processes like civilianisation, privatisation are affecting the role of the police in society, and how this concept of vulnerability really intersects with the job of policing in a contemporary sense. So my interest in vulnerability really within the context of crime and justice came from my PhD research into the police's use of civilian investigators within core areas of their investigative business. So civilian investigators, for those of you that don't know, and I'm sure it's probably the majority of you, are non-warranted members of police staff who work alongside warranted police detectives investigating a whole range of different crime types, including things like child abuse, child sexual exploitation, domestic abuse. And at the time that I was doing this research, this was really becoming increasingly more significant. Vulnerability as a term within these areas was becoming much more significant because of, you know, a whole range of different high profile cases that were emerging at the time, such as, you know, the Rotherham grooming gangs and the Jimmy Savile scandal, amongst others. So when I was doing this research, this really got me quite interested in the kinds of work that was going on within these investigatory units like public protection, and how officers and staff working within them really thought about and conceptualised and managed vulnerability within the course of their day-to-day roles. And ever since then, really, I've become more involved in this field of research. So I'm the co-director of the Investigating Vulnerabilities postgrad course at Sheffield, which aims to improve police officers and police staff's knowledge of the vulnerability concepts and the research base that underpins it, which in turn is intended to improve the way that they carry out their role in practice. So we teach about the research on vulnerable citizens' experiences of their engagement with the police and the wider criminal justice system. We teach about vulnerability in the context of police custody. We teach about types of vulnerability crime, including hate crime, domestic abuse, child sexual exploitation, trafficking, FGM, and a whole range of others. And this is something that I've been heavily involved with over the last few years, and I've really enjoyed working with the police to try and improve the depth of officer and staff understanding about, you know, vulnerability types and offending and victimisation behaviours. And more recently, my interest in vulnerability has taken a bit of a sidestep into looking at how the police process, in particular the investigative process, intersects with
Lindsey, that's your 3 minutes now.
I'll leave it there then. New technology.